So you're thinking about moving to Edina, Minnesota? Well, in this video, we're going to get to know Edina, Minnesota by making our fingertips do the walking and Google Maps do the talking. And if you stick around till the end, over the course of this video, we're going to talk about some of the cool logistical niceties of the community. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Edina, Minnesota, well, then you have found the right place. Click the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and smash that like button on the way in so you can be the first one to know about the current market in Edina, Minnesota. Now, my name's Garrett Hilton. We get calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to Edina, Minnesota. And we absolutely love it, so whether you're making your move in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to walk you through the city of Edina, Minnesota, get you locked and loaded, set up in something that fits within your budget. And don't forget, all of our information is in the description below. Okay, friends, let's get started. We're heading out to Edina, Minnesota right now. We've got a lot of area to cover and a very short time to do it in, so let's get into it. All right, so I always like to start out with all of these videos with just kind of like what's actively on the market. And what you're seeing right now on the front of my screen, or the main part of my screen, is the North Star MLS, which is as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Minnesota. In Wisconsin, we have access to the MLS, or the multiple listing service. And this is a kind of a sneak peek, which is kind of cool for you, kind of a sneak peek into what I look at as a real estate agent, all of the type of form fields I can put in, ways I can search. It's pretty cool. It's pretty darn robust, very overwhelming. And at least for today, all we're going to be doing is we're plugging in Edina into the municipality, which stands for, or, aptly known as the city or the town that we're looking at, right? And we did check a checkbox that says active. So we're only going to be looking at properties that are active for sale on the market. And then we just go into results. We go on to the map. Here we go. Perfect. So here's our city of Edina, Minnesota. And Edina is a very, very central location. It's very, very close to Minneapolis. Not as much on the east side, like St. Paul side, but on the Minneapolis side of things. It is, as far as highways that it's bordered by, is Highway 7 running northeast to southwest, 494 and Highway 169 to the west of Edina. Right through the center of it would be Highway 100, and to the east would be 35W as it jogs then further south below Richfield. On the south side of Edina is kind of like 35W blended with 494-ish kind of area. Richfield's more like right around in here. Edina's a little bit further north. However, it certainly feels like Edina has bled further south into Richfield. Same type of homes. However, school district is definitely something that's sought after by a lot of families, because in Edina, there's a lot of money in Edina, and a lot of the public schools and private schools for that matter, they attract a ton of headhunters and things like that for sports and academics and things of the like of the upper echelon, looking for folks that could come to these Ivy League type of schools. And it would make sense if you follow the money and you just deal with common sense. Edina Realty is an area that has a lot of high earning capacity families. A lot of doctors, surgeons, heads of state, business owners, very high level business owners, in which in another video we can talk a little bit more, or we're going to be talking a little bit more and doing a map tour actually in Minnetonka, and that's another area of wealth. However, Edina Realty is great for the working wealthy that want to live in the heart of the Twin Cities, and to be able to get to everything within minutes. yet it's still very, very urban suburban, and where you have to do a lot of driving. Obviously, fantastic transit system as it relates to buses and things of that nature. However, it's a sought-after community, and what happens a lot in Edina is what you and I would call the McMansions, where you've got a small home, and this huge boxy monstrosity that gets built up, multi-million-dollar home right in between them. And then somebody comes and buys this house, they tear that house out and build another big one right next to it. That happens pretty commonly in the Edina area. So Edina being that one where we do have some McMansions, and it being an area where there's a lot more money, you're going to see that a lot of these homes, pretty big, pretty nice, pretty awesome. And this is no exception. We've got Dundee Road, which is a home that's ready to be built on a city lot that is absolutely massive. And they're looking to start 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and $3.795 million. Another one. Here's another one. Here is a home that's outdated, that is very humble in its offerings. It's 4-bed, 4-bath, 4,000 square feet, and it's listed at $995,000. It's definitely going to be one that's going to need some updates, potentially even have to put in windows. 2-car attached garage, very large in the foundation. Yep. Very classic 90s finished, 90s refinished. Does have vaulted ceilings, which is certainly nice. Beautifully furnished and staged. And it's no exception. This is a really good representation of the older real estate in Edina, Minnesota. Going to be well taken care of and regularly updated. However, may not be brand new on the inside, but very, very well taken care of. Let's go back to the map. Give you another one we can check out. Let's go more on the northeastern side of things. Yep, this one was built in, oh my gosh, it's built in 2025. So this one's done. Stunning new custom built home. Oh gosh, these are just fun just to go look at. They are absolutely gorgeous. Huge 2-story, full 10-foot basement. Really nice, well built home. That's got some great roof lines, an awesome look from the elevation in the front. This is likely a playroom up here on the front side, and the back side would be the bedroom, another bedroom, and a hallway bath. Over here would be the primary suite. Another bedroom over here that's going to have its own private bath. Very well appointed homes. Let's go back to the map. And let's not do that. Don't zoom out. Come back. There we go. 5205 West 61st Street, $970,000. Another one just like the first one I showed you guys. It's a Rambler. Well appointed for your mid-sized family, or just looking for a place of your own. Let's take a look at some pictures. It's got a sunken garage. It's a street on a hill. Yep. Very mid-century modern. Nicely updated. Very beautiful floors. Gorgeous kitchen. Yep. Absolutely beautiful. This is a really nice area. Definitely a great job done with colors and just nice, calm, neutral colors. Very fantastic. Beautiful home. Love that. Okay. Let's hop back over and look at townhomes real quick that are available. How many? We got 81 single-family homes that are currently available in Edina. And as far as townhomes go, there are 9. Wow. Huh. No kidding. There's only 9 townhomes that are currently available in Edina, Minnesota. Here's one no exception, $300,000. Small townhome condo area. Small townhome condo from the 1960s, mid-century modern. It's got baseboard heat. It's got wall AC. A very neat, clean, U-shaped, or kind of what they would call a galley kitchen. So it's kind of a hallway.
of sorts. Very small and efficient with newer windows in it. Okay. Bathrooms have been regularly updated. Not like brand new, but definitely doable. It's going to feel very homey and very clean. Let's take a look at the map again. Maybe get something a little bit newer. Sale of another property, built in 79. This is about 20 years newer. The seller is an investor who has never occupied the home. Okay, well, let's take a look at what's going on in here. Very nice, soft, neutral colors. A blend of carpet and VCT. Really, really nice dynamic lot that drops in the rear. Awesome veranda style of a deck off the back for private entertaining. So you definitely have quite a few guests. That's cool. It's right on the edge of a preserve, so that's fantastic. No neighbors in the back, or ever, for that matter. Nice big primary suite, massive closets. Awesome. Really, really nice. Well regularly updated and lovingly cared for. Very, very clean. Yep, that's fantastic. I love that. That's super great. Now maybe I'll show you one more. You want to do that? Should we do that? Okay, let's do that. Let's show you one more. More townhome. 2-bed, 3-bath. 425,000. 5209 Interlaken. Let's click on that. Okay, these are rather extreme ones that were built, I believe, in the 70s and 80s. Super cool. They got a tuck under 2-car garage. Really, really much larger spaces in these ones. And this one's no exception. Beautiful walls, nice tile work, hardwood floors throughout. Yep, beautiful kitchen. Love that. Fireplaces, cool. Rather uncommon nowadays to have a wood fireplace like that. Mildly updated bedrooms and bathrooms. Nothing crazy to write home about. It does have this neat little primary suite or secondary bedroom area at the top level, the 3rd story, for whether it be for, could double as a playroom or could be the primary suite. Yep. It's got a cool private bath along with it. So that's kind of cool. Neat. Love that. Super fantastic. Huge windows. Great half bath on the main level. Very privatized decks that look out over the preserve. Fantastic. Beautiful listing. Very nice listing. Who was listing that one? Susan Hewitson. Nice job, Susan. Good pictures. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. So when we first start showing houses, I wanted to talk a little bit about this because of the map tours, so we can go with our fingertips. Why not? Coffee shops. Oh, my land. Coffee shops in Edina. We got Edina Coffee Roasters. I've actually been there once. Ambrosia Coffee. I've been there multiple times. 4.4 stars. It's great. People are normally crabby in the morning, so it's kind of hard to get good reviews in my opinion. Ambrosia Coffee. Delicious. It's off France Avenue. Been there multiple times with clients. Patisserie Margot is a coffee shop. Never been there. It's got 4.7 stars. That's saying something. Luminous Cafe, another one where they do offer breakfast, and we can roll right into that. So let's look for breakfast in Edina, Minnesota. The Edina Grill, fantastic. The Hilltop, even better. Love that for breakfast. Never been to Patrick's. Original Pancake House, always a fan favorite of mine because it's great. It's geared towards busy working professionals having meetings with their colleagues or meeting with a new client. It's a quieter atmosphere. It's not crazy like Perkins where, a server's got 10 tables that they're dealing with. Generally, their servers have 1 to 3 tables, and they are very, very focused on their breakfast patrons. So that, I think, does it for breakfast. Tavern 23, that's another one. Another great one for breakfast. And speaking of which, let's just roll right into other restaurants. Pinstripes is actually a place where you can have dinner and you can bowl a few games. Starling is another nice restaurant. Tavern 23, like I mentioned, 4.3 stars. Not fantastic as far as that goes, but generally once you get above 4.2 stars, I'm a big fan of their fare. They got great food. They're gonna have good customer service. 4.3 could mean that they maybe are just trying to build their way back up again ever since the COVIDs. So Edina Grill, always a showstopper. They do great work. They've been around forever and ever and ever. Ciao Bella, good franchise, Italian restaurant, fantastic fare, really good wine specials. And Hazelwood Food and Drink, another great one. Mr. Paul's Supper Club, never been there. Let's find one. Cucumbers, oh my gosh, you gotta mention Cucumbers. What is it? It's in a strip mall, and it's in an area where they do this. It's like this absolutely massive, the whole thing is buffet, right? And it's got this salad bar buffet that's just second to none. Huge 20-foot ceiling spaces for people to be able to dine and enjoy and relax. It looks out over a lake. Very nice place. Love to go there for lunch, especially when I'm down in the Edina area doing conferences for like being a realtor, continuing education. It's a great place to go to for lunch, especially if you're doing seminars and such. Edina is kind of an area like that where they've got quite a few convention centers that a lot of those types of things do go on. And Cucumbers is a great mainstay there. You go in, doesn't matter how busy they are, you're in, you're fed, and you're out quickly. So that's what I really enjoy about that. And if we kind of zoom in here on Cucumbers, we already zoomed in on it. Okay. And we'll move the map over a little bit here. So off of France Avenue, you've got Southdale, and Cucumbers is right here, kind of an equidistant between 62, which is also called the Crosstown, and it's flanked by Highway 100, and France Avenue is right here. 494 is kind of where Edina stops, and it's mostly in kind of the Richfield area, but I still consider it Edina just because it's that whole area down there to me is like Edina because it's all beautiful, it's well taken care of, high value real estate. There's a lot of money that is in Edina, and so all the places tend to be very updated and well kept on a regular basis. Otherwise they can't compete, because if there isn't something like flash, new, fancy, updated, and whatever, that's just kind of the culture of the area. Next on the list would be Good Earth Cafe, which is 100% organic, Whole Foods, awesome restaurant, very competitive price point, and they've got a great waiting area if it's too busy, so that you can be warm, especially if it's during the winter. They've got a really nice wine list, a really great place to be able to bring family and somebody that wants something that is a little bit different than the norm, just burgers, right? Because you can also get a beer, get a glass of wine, be able to enjoy an evening dinner together. They always offer bread when you first get there with oil and Parmesan and like cracked pepper and stuff. And it's kind of a neat experience, and a lot of fresh ingredients at this place. Fantastic. Cannot say enough good things about it. It's rated as a 4.2. Don't let that sway you though. Definitely worth having a meal there. Shopping over in Edina, Southdale, Yorkdale, Southdale Center, Brandon Square Mall, super great place to be able to go window shop, spend some money, and buy some really great goods and find some really good values. To the logistics side of things in Edina, let's go talk about grocery stores. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 grocery stores, a smattering of Cub Foods, Aldi, Hy-Vee, pretty much anything your heart's desires there. Whole Foods Market, Fresh Time Market, which are the 100% organic grocery stores that are very woo-woo, crunchy granola, fantastic, love it. A lot of bulk seeds and things like that in those areas that are 100% organic, heirloom type of, like Fresh Time is definitely more along the lines of that. Whole Foods has become a little more commercialized, but still very 100% like organic place. But Fresh Time, I think Fresh Time is probably a really good representation of the folks that they source like heirloom seed type of like wheat flour and things of that nature. Those type of artisan vendors that provide our dry goods and things like that. Great place for that. So definitely, you have your filled to your heart's desire. Anything to your heart's desire as it relates to a grocery store. Looking about childcare, tons of them. Sleepy Tigers Chinese Immersion Preschool. This is a very, very diverse community with availability with lots of ESL. Preschool Pantry, Edina Daycare, rated 5 stars. Preschool Pantry, rated 5 stars. Kitty Academy of Edina has definitely got a really, really cool outdoor area, it looks like. And they're rated 4.3 stars. So as long as you get above a 4-star rating with daycares, from my experience, I'm not, don't quote me on that, but from my experience, above a 4-star, pretty fantastic. Pretty great. Love that. 4.6 stars, Casa de Corazon in Edina. So that would be a Spanish immersion preschool. Kinderberry Hill. My kids actually went to Kinderberry Hill up in White Bear Lake at one point, and I was a very big fan of them. I thought that was really great. The Berry Patch Preschool East Campus. There's also a smattering of private Montessori's and private daycares up there that start out like your children from a private school perspective if you want to maintain and keep things congruent throughout the years. Already talked about breakfast, didn't we? Yep, we definitely did. Good Earth. Religious centers. Again, it's urban suburban. However, our foundation in the state of Minnesota is in Judeo-Christian teaching, so it's mostly going to be Christian churches, but because it is an urban suburban area, we've got Spanish immersion Christian churches, a spiritual community in Lake Harriet. That is a Universalist church. Wooddale Church, no different. St. Peter's of Edina, which would be a Catholic church. And Grafted, not sure what Grafted is. Emmaus Road Reformed Church, which would be another evangelical church, I would say. What else? Slavic Church of Emmanuel. Cool. Anselm House at Melrose Station. Amazing people. Christ Center Church. What else? We got Normandale Lutheran Church. Annunciation Church. Interesting. That's kind of an odd name. St. Thomas the Apostle Church, another Catholic church. Al-Aman, which would be a mosque for those of you that practice the Muslim religion, or for those of you that are Muslim. Excuse me. Let's see. Avail Academy in the Edina campus is actually a private religious school. And let's head over. We already talked about shopping. Fantastic. And for those of you that don't have regular kiddos, but you have fur babies, let's talk about dog parks. Woo! Dog parks. Almost designed like it was by design. They have the preserves that are utilized for dog exercising areas, specific dog parks that are both indoor and outdoor. Dakota Dog Park is an outdoor park. Lake of the Isle Dog Park is another one, outdoor park, which is off-leash. The Strakauer Park is another one. Okay. Heights Park is another one. It's good for kids, good for pups. Good stuff all the way around. And what's another one up here? Here did Dakota Dog Park. All right, Staring Lake Park, off-leash dog park. Staring Lake Park, off-leash dog exercise area, which is just a small place to be able to exercise your dogs. It's got a bunch of trails, etc., etc. Lake of the Isles Dog Park, they actually also have an indoor section, which is super nice. Place, and I believe they offer doggy daycare, which is cool. There's also a smattering of pet-friendly indoor zoomies. Indoor dog park, which is cool, up there on the northwest side of Edina. Wow, we really flew through that one, folks. Thanks so much for joining me on that one.
Hey you, one last time here. My name's Garrett Hilton. Click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and smash that like button on the way out so you can be the first one to know about all the current goings-on in Edina, Minnesota. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart, watching all the way to the end. It really helps out the channel. Please feel free. Check out some of our other communities that we've showcased on this channel. You stay classy.